What is up, guys? Media Master Menard here today, bringing you guys another video, and today we're going to be talking about the Battlefield 5 open beta. It just launched earlier today and I put quite a few hours into this game, and I want to kind of give you my thoughts and kind of tell you how it plays. I remain very excited for this game to launch, even amid the news of delays and also the controversy surrounding featuring women prominently in this World War II shooter. I really don't care because usually DICE makes a great Battlefield game that plays well, and to me that's the bottom line. And so the question I'm here to answer today is, does this Battlefield 5 open beta hold up to the standard and quality of the Battlefield franchise? And in short, it does, but there are a few issues that do hold the game back that I really hope they fix, and there are a few signs that it is still a work in progress. So first off, to talk about the gunplay, in my opinion, it's the most important part of a first-person shooter. I think the gunplay is vastly improved from Battlefield 1. Not that I thought Battlefield 1 is terrible, but it was a little more on the RNG side. Sometimes your bullet spread would make it so where you're actually aiming isn't where your bullet goes, and that's completely gone in this game. And they talked about it a lot at their press conferences, how they've added skill-based recoil and how it really takes skill to manage your recoil and try to stay on target with your weapon. And I can say in fact that this is true. A lot of the weapons are actually more powerful in this game, but you do have to do a lot more work to control them. And when you are missing shots, it feels like it is your fault and not just random RNG bullet spread. So I really think that helps the game feel a lot more, not competitive, but more skill-based and rewards skilled players more, which is always a good thing. Speaking of skilled players, just a heads up, my gameplay might not be the best. It was my first time playing the game. I wasn't the greatest at it, let's just say that, so please don't give me too much crap for that. The second most important part of a shooter is the maps, and I think we have two pretty good maps here in the Arctic Fjord and Rotterdam. The Arctic Fjord is a map that contains a village that's kind of in this snowy mountainous scene. I believe it's in Norway, and it's really cool because the outskirts are kind of good for snipers while the middle of the map is kind of good for infantry combat. The snipers are a little bit annoying on this map, but there's kind of other reasons for that we will discuss later. As far as Rotterdam is concerned, it's very comparable to Amiens in Battlefield 1, but I think they got rid of a lot of the annoying parts of Amiens, which was like the clusters of enemies that were everywhere and the choke points. They made this map flow a lot better and have a lot more compelling action. The only complaint I would have is that it's sometimes easy to get lost and go up staircases and wind up in dead ends, but I think that will be alleviated once I play the map more. Another much improved aspect over Battlefield 1 is the fact that tanks are balanced again. In Battlefield 1, one good pilot could take on an entire team of infantry soldiers by himself if he was skilled enough. But now that really isn't the case. They're still very effective if you have a team using them and protecting the tank and repairing the tank, but if you are alone, you really won't last long in that tank. Another significant change from the previous game is that now the medic has submachine guns and the assault class has assault rifles and self-loading rifles. I'm not really sure how this change will work out in the long run, but right now it's a little frustrating sometimes with the medic to be so limited to a close range weapon. I kind of miss having my semi-automatic rifles as a medic, but like I said, I'm not sure this is necessarily a bad move, it's just kind of a different move. And I have one last positive about the beta, and a lot of people wouldn't consider it a positive, but I'm an optimistic guy, so I'm going to call it a positive, and that's the fact that this game has been delayed till November. I really do think that extra month is going to help these developers. This beta has been pretty buggy and there's been a lot of glitches and wrinkles in the system. Like you can see on screen here, this guy is just kind of frozen in midair doing a hamstring stretch. I'm not really sure what's going on, but I think that extra time is really going to help them wrinkle that out and smooth out the game, as well as listen to our feedback, which I'm going to give some of my feedback here of things that I would like changed. My biggest gripe with the game has to be how little ammo you get when you spawn in. Unless you're a support class, you're only given one extra magazine of ammo, and that is just ridiculous. I can't count how many times I died because I just had no ammo left. And I know they wanted to add it in for realism and to encourage team play, but right now, in my opinion, it's making the game suffer, so I suggest that they add an extra magazine, giving you 2 extra magazines, or I suggest that they add more ammo refueling stations around the map. I really think the former is the better option, and I know a lot of people that I've been playing with have also been frustrated with the lack of ammo when you spawn in. My second concern with the game is how the spotting system has been altered or removed. I'm not really sure which one it is right now. It seems like spotting has been completely done away with, as pressing R1 before you shoot somebody really doesn't do anything. It doesn't force a little red bubble to pop up above their head, and it doesn't force them to appear on the mini-map. I kind of like this feature in every other Battlefield. Some people, I understand kind of why it could be annoying, but I liked it to kind of get a general idea of where the enemy were coming from, and right now sometimes I don't know where they are coming from, and it's kind of frustrating as I get shot in the back a lot. I know the sniper has a piece of equipment that he can use to spot enemies, but it's really not that effective and not that viable as a strategy. And speaking of snipers, I think not having spotting really leads to a problem with snipers. Since you don't know where they're coming from, sometimes you're getting shot, and before you even know where you're getting shot from or who's shooting you or have any general idea of where they're at, you're dead. And I think this is compounded by the fact that there's no more scope glint on snipers when they're zooming in on you from far away. So it's kind of a double whammy there, and it's just not really fun, and especially on the Arctic Fjord map, it was very frustrating kind of having snipers everywhere and no way to kind of tell your teammates where they are at. Another small complaint that I have is that the game overall looks a little too similar to Battlefield 1 for my taste. The art style and kind of graphical fidelity, the way it's kind of rendered, is very similar to Battlefield 1, and even the menu system is almost carbon copy from Battlefield 1. So I wish they would have put a little more effort into that and changing that around. But I think I'm going to wrap up my comments on this beta right there. I'm going to play the game a little bit more and then bring you guys probably another video expressing my final thoughts on the beta and what I'm hoping for in Battlefield 5. But what do you guys think of the beta right now? Have you gotten into it? Are you playing it? Is it exciting, or is it a little disappointing for you? Let me know the answer to all those questions down in the comments below. If you liked the video, leave a like and subscribe to the channel. I'm going to be bringing you guys more movies, TV, video game, and anime topics. I'm going to leave a link to my Twitter down in the description below so you can find out when I post a new video. And until then, this is Master Menard, signing off.